Hello, everybody. Today we will talk about success is in the man, not in the work. When I see people complain and say that this work is difficult and I cannot do it, I feel that they don't know that success in any work is not in that work, it is in the person doing it. If it were not so, then there would not be a success and a failure for two persons doing the same work. It is similar to when a small boy once asked a balloon seller selling hydrogen gas filled balloons whether a black balloon will also go up in the sky. The balloon seller replied to the boy, "Son, it's not the color of the balloon, it is what is inside it that makes it go up." Same is true in our case also. Success in anything is dependent on what is inside the person doing it instead of the work itself. You must have seen that in an office, when a boss is told to assign a work to a particular person, the boss gets angry and says, "No, he can't do this work." But when some other person is suggested, he agrees and gives the work to that other person, saying, "Yes, he can do it." Thus, it is evident that there is something in a person which makes him successful or failure in a work. Let's see what is that something in a person which makes him capable of doing a work successfully or not. The first quality in a person to succeed is persistence. The stories of all successful people resemble in nature and have one common factor. All of them had a dream or an idea and they took massive action and persevered till they succeeded. In other words, all of them said to themselves, "It's not over until I win." They remembered only two ends, beginning and the end. They didn't bother about the temporary failures, what people said about them, and anything else that they had to face in between these two ends. Dax Shepard has said about success that success is just a war of attrition. Sure, there is an element of talent you should probably possess, but if you just stick around long enough, eventually something is going to happen. So stickability is your ability for getting success in anything. And to have stickability, one doesn't need to have those coveted big educational degrees from Harvard or Stanford. On the other hand, it is so common a quality that an ordinary person like Dashrath Manji had tons of it stuffed inside him. And that's why he persevered in the daunting task of cutting through a hill to make a road through it until he succeeded. Actually, I was unaware of this story till I saw the film starring Nawazuddin Siddiqui as Dashrath Manji. I was surprised to know that a person like Dashrath Manji, who didn't have enough to eat, took up the gigantic task of manually cutting through a mountain to make a road and sacrificed his 22 valuable youth years for it. 22 years is not a small period. It's sufficient to convert a child into an adult and an adult into an old person. It will take any of us only 15 to 20 minutes to read his story in a book or a magazine, and we will pass by just saying, "Oh, a remarkable story it was." But it took him 22 years to prove the definition of perseverance. Had he quit a few days before the completion of his work, nobody would be knowing him today. That's the magic of persevering anything till the end. And here we see the people who haven't even failed 22 times and they quit. Dashrath Manji is only one in this world. Sachin is also one. Kapil Dev is also one. And so was Michael Jackson in this world. It essentially means that no copy of any of us exists in this world and everybody of us is unique, here sent by God with a unique purpose on this earth. then if Dashrath Manji can succeed, why we can't? We need to just start it. If we see the formula for success, then it's a 3-line formula. What is it? Dream, work, and don't quit. So simple. Have a dream, start working on it, and don't quit. There is no rocket science in this formula, but alas, people take it harder than rocket science. They want success next day of starting the work. They don't want hurdles. They don't want to come out of their comfort zones. They want shortcuts. They don't want to listen criticism from people. They don't want to listen no from people. But all these are ways to fail only. So the people who want all these are destined to fail. How come they expect success with these methods of failure? I hear people say, I don't have so much talent to succeed. And I laugh. Because Thomas Edison said, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. So talent means 99% doing it rather than having it. That have part is 1% only, and that much every one of us has already inside him. So there is nothing in this world which can't be done or doesn't work. We need a doer only. You have to remember only one sentence, and that is, won't quit until it's over. Or in other words, it's not over until I win. How sad it is that people can't live by this one sentence in their life. But in their day-to-day life, they live by perseverance only. They leave home for office and they don't quit in between. Similarly, they leave office for home and reach home. They don't quit in between the office and the home. If they go to the bank for withdrawing money, then they come with money. They go to drop their children to school, then they don't say, let's quit before we reach the school. If they sit for eating, then they eat it, and when they go for a bath, then they don't quit before they have taken the bath. Then I don't know why people quit before they succeed. The second ability to succeed is readiness to fail. Do you know that most of the rungs of the ladder of success are made of failure only? And nobody can reach the top without putting his foot on these rungs. So I don't know how people who fear to fail can ever succeed in their life. Thomas Edison, while inventing the light bulb, failed 10,000 times before he succeeded in his attempt. So one of the reporters asked him in an interview, how come, Mr. Edison, you are such a prolific scientist but failed 10,000 times before succeeding? Thomas Edison smilingly told him, I have not failed 10,000 times, my dear, but I have found 10,000 different ways which won't work. So this was the spirit Thomas Edison worked with. Whatever Edison said is correct, because a failure is only a result of a wrong attempt on your part and should be taken like that only, and one should try again in right way to succeed. But people take this failure personally, and after one failure they think they are failures and quit the work. Thomas Watson, founder IBM, once said, double your failure rate to succeed faster. Can you imagine failing more and then succeeding faster? But this is true, and most people in this world have achieved their wildest dreams in this way only. Michael Jordan, the basketball legend, once said, I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. 26 times I have been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed. So if anybody becomes ready to fail repeatedly, then he will definitely succeed. Nobody can stop him from succeeding. He is unstoppable. The third quality required for success is belief. Belief in yourself, in the work you are doing, and in your God. The winners have an internal belief that they are doing the right thing and they will succeed. Every winner someday was in a situation when people laughed at him and gave him all the negatives to quit, but at that time there was only one person who had faith that he will definitely succeed, and it was he, the doer himself. He went ahead clinging his faith to his heart, and he succeeded. Although after success, people always line up to congratulate the winner and tell things like, "We knew you would succeed, and a person like you should definitely succeed," but actually, there are hardly such people who believe so in a person. Mostly there are those people who are waiting for him to quit so that they can tell him, "We had told you you would fail. Now happy? Tried? Anything left over?" So to succeed, you should have a mountainous faith. Let the world say anything about you, but you should not bother about it. Only your faith counts, and Dashrath Manjis and Thomas Edisons of this world have only this faith inside them. Your faith only fills you with the courage to move ahead in difficult times. The whole world is on one side, but the winner alone is on other side, with his faith that he will definitely win. So awaken the faith of winning inside you, and then see the magic. You will be winning everywhere in your life. That's all for today. If you liked this video, then like it and share it with others. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, then do the same right away. So see you in our next videos. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.